Greetings and salutations from Austin, Texas. My name is Nakia, and this is the SideKick Power Hour. This is episode 59 of this bad baby. We've been doing this for well over a year now, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on all of the SideKick socials, sometimes my socials when I remember to put it on there. And I get to do this every single week with one of my best friends, the lovely, the talented Joshua R. Pangborn, who is on his phone.
Is it
probably on Instagram? It is. He's probably on Instagram right now.
Well, it's definitely not anywhere else I'm on. Maybe on Patreon. I'm checking out Patreon, baby, but...
That's right. You just posted something to Patreon, and we'll talk about that shortly. But in the meantime, why don't you tell us what we're in store for this very special 59th episode of the SideKick Power Hour?
All right. Well, I don't want to blow it, so I'm going to try to start from the top then. Tonight, we are going to be talking about, of all things, the musical episode of Skeleton Crew, because I think that if we don't talk about the musical episode of Skeleton Crew, we won't have anything to talk about. But that's not true. We'll also have other things to talk about, because we'll be watching the very first episode of the very first show that is created by someone else other than me on the SideKick Productions universe, and that is The Art of Blowing It. And that's going to be created by Ashley Monique Menard, and we're going to watch the first episode of that tonight. And also talk about the musical episode.
That is correct. We will be doing all of those things. I'm certainly excited about The Art of Blowing It.
We're also going to ask a very important question to start us off, Nakia.
I was just going to say that in honor of The Art of Blowing It, we'll be asking questions from the mind of Ashley Monique Menard herself, based on the show. And this is obvious because Emmy Hart, the character she plays, is a former child star. So tonight's question: who is or was your favorite child star? Some of them have long since passed, but we'll be coming back to that later tonight. So make sure that you put your answers down there below. Also, I wanted to ask before we got too far into the show, would you guys be up for a giveaway sometime? We're thinking about maybe starting to do some giveaways. And if you would be interested, let us know in the comments below, because we're thinking about doing some live giveaways where you might get some coupons, or you might get some exclusive digital stuff, or maybe even some exclusive merch. And while we're talking about merch, don't forget that you can, of course, get your very own t-shirt or coffee mug. There's so many different things that you can do. If you want to head over to StreamYard, if you want to head over to tpublic.com.
It's very similar.
Yeah. And grab yourself a t-shirt. There's several types of t-shirts and styles available. And Matthew does such a great job of designing these for us. Make sure to check that out. And of course, you can continue to support the show, this show, SideKick Power Hour, every little show thing that we do by subscribing to the Patreon. And you can do that at patreon.com/SideKick Productions. Now, we do have a lot to get to tonight. Some fun stuff, including episode 1 of The Art of Blowing It, which we would not have unless we had the amazing Ashley Monique Menard. So let's get her in here right now. And then, of course, we're also joined by the one and only
shirt.
Oh my
Maybe
goodness.
I should put one on.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Stuart has his shirt on, but I'm hoping not. There he is.
No,
Stuart
I have
Kiczek.
my wonderful, amazing, patented SideKick Productions mug that is almost as good as a t-shirt, because
That's right.
you get to use it for drinking things, and you could put a little bit of SideKick in you.
Yep, and you can get that logo right there, put anywhere that you want, basically. You can get this one, you can get that one, but tonight we're going to be focusing on this one, The Art of Blowing It. Ashley, I'm super excited about this. We've been, teasing this for a long time. So, how excited are you for the Art of Blowing It to get the Sidekick Power Hour treatment?
Oh, you guys, this is like such a big deal. This is so cool. Not only have we gone through all 700,000 hours of Skeleton Crew and all 1,500 hours of Demon Doctor, but we finally have the 12 minutes that is the Art of Blowing It.
It's not always about quantity as it is quantity.
We have a
That's right.
tiny little show full of lots of fun nuggets, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else these next 11 Monday nights when we watch it and talk about it.
It's not the size of the show, it's how you use it.
That's right.
That's what they always tell me.
That's correct.
I tell Josh that all the time.
I wanted to ask you, Stuart, did you do anything fun this weekend?
Oh, where do I begin? I rearranged my sock drawer. I vacuumed. I dusted a little bit.
Nice.
Could do some more, but I made a good, I tackled some stuff,
Okay.
I went to Bath and Body Works and got a new candle. Yeah.
I think maybe we might have all done something else that was a little bit more fun. Let's take a look.
Did that happen?
That happened.
That happened.
That happened. We had so much fun. So many folks out. Hello. Yes. Thank you, Waleed. So many of the Skeleton Crew members, so the cast and crew who were able to join us. And of course, we missed everybody who couldn't be there. Many folks who were out of town or who don't live in the state. So it was so great to be there celebrating and getting to watch episode 1 of Skeleton Crew season 5, which of course would not be possible without all of the folks who help us out from all over the world by making donations via PayPal or Cash App, or if you're subscribing to the Patreon. We really, really do appreciate it. I know for me, the thing that I didn't say on Saturday night that I really wanted to say was just how grateful that I am to Josh for creating this universe and getting all of these people together and essentially providing me with a whole different new family that I love and care for, and that really inspires me. I'm so glad to be a part of it. So thank you so much for letting me be a part of it. Stuart,
we have to shout out you, Nakia, because the Rock Bar party would not have happened if you had not been behind it all. And
would have been possible without you.
You are responsible for that amazing party that we had, and so I just want to say so much thanks to you. And also a huge shout out to Ryan Watson for all the photography he did, because we wouldn't have that beautiful photography if we didn't have him there either. So
that's right.
It takes a village.
It does, and we posted that little wrap up right there, that sizzle reel, if you will, on the Patreon earlier this evening, and you always get those things there first. So make sure that you are subscribed over at patreon.com/sidekick productions, so that you are getting all the tea all the time. Stuart, what was your best what was the best thing about being out Saturday night, you think?
Getting to be around people and socialize and be in a very safe, respectful environment, which was really, look, Rock Bar is like the pinnacle chub chaser bear bar in New York City. It really is.
Yeah.
There's very few of these things. So just to have been able to been there with my family, you know, getting to celebrate this thing was a huge honor. And there was a lot of people there who just happened to be there, who were watching along, who you heard laughing and getting engaged and watching and being like, oh, what's this thing? And I guess for me, just watching people watch our show and enjoy it there's like no greater thrill, you know?
Yeah. Would you agree, Ashley?
I wasn't listening. Yeah, I would totally agree. I was actually just looking at the Patreon, if I could share my screen with those out there, if that's possible, because the Patreon just looks so good.
Sure.
I feel like we talk about the Patreon, but we don't actually talk about what it looks like.
Yes, the secret web exclusives that, you know.
Yeah, that happen there.
Well, let's take a look at an exclusive from Ashley. She's sharing her screen right now.
There we go. Am I doing it?
You are.
You are doing it, as well as doing a whole lot of other things.
Well,
what an
you
amazing
guys
banner.
Everything that's on my thing. But look how cool. Look how great this is, you guys. We have 5 patrons. You guys.
Very exciting.
Growing. We're growing. We're getting there. And you can join those 5 and help us get to 10. So head on over.
Right.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Well, what was your favorite part of the party, Nakia? I want to know what your favorite part of the party was.
My favorite part of the party was getting to watch you be celebrated, especially when you were singing.
That's right, everyone. I sang a little bit on Saturday night.
And there's video
to a crowd of patrons.
There is video to prove it, and we'll be posting that over at the Patreon, of course, first and foremost. It sounded really good. We had a good time. If you want a little preview, I brought it along tonight.
I love him.
Yes, that's exactly what it was like.
Let's take a moment and remind folks that the question this week that we're asking comes from the mind of our one and only Ashley Monique Menard. Who is your favorite child star? And so we're gonna take a minute and let you think about that, and remind you that you can stream every episode of The Art of Blowing It by heading over to The Art of Blowing It, theseries.com, and it'll get you right there. And then you'll know all these little inside jokes that we're dropping and things that we're talking about, things. You'll know it already. Or you can watch along just like we're doing right here, one at a time. And we're going to do that right now as we get ready to start episode 1 of The Art of Blowing It.
My baby.
From the mind of Ashley Monique Menard. Here we go.
With the help of you both.
Gotta get what you want.
Gotta get what you want.
Better take all you get, my love, cause you know I don't come for free.
Sample.
Gotta get what you want.
And actually made this opening sequence.
Better take all you get, my love, cause you know I don't come for free.
I knew exactly what I wanted, so instead of asking, I was like, let me try and make it.
Keep it all for yourself, my love, cause it really don't matter to me.
Alright. Sound is speeding, cameras are rolling.
How short your hair was.
This is day 1, take 1 of
So
Gotta
cute.
Have Heart.
So cute.
Can you hear me?
No.
Okay, great. All right, so let's do this. All right, so Emmy, I am so excited to be meeting you today. Thank you so much for letting me. Oh,
Why are you an hour early?
what?
Why do you have 2 different cameras? God, this footage is gonna look like.
No, I'm sorry.
Are you Canadian?
Yes.
Oh God.
No.
Come in.
It's Oscar winner Emmy Hart. She skyrocketed to fame in the 90s. She partied at CBGB's. She even made white eyeshadow look good. But by
You're
age 14,
adorable.
she retired from Hollywood. And
These are my
found her
friends
home on
from
the Broadway
AMDA.
stage where she inexplicably became Bernadette's understudy in Gypsy.
You know, like you do.
Just left the door open. All right, I'll come in. I take my shoes off. All right, I'm taking my shoes off. All right. Oh. This is
Oh, it's that guy.
Mitchell Robin, right? I'm Felix.
Mitchell's parents packed up everything they had into a van and
I love
headed
that
to Hollywood
Stuart
so their son
had
could
that
become a big
photo.
Star. Got
Yeah.
his start at a ranch.
I had that
Rest
photo
is
too.
history. After the quagmire, well, he was everywhere. And he
Oh,
and Emmy
look
have
at
been
us.
inseparable since.
Season 3
Didn't
promo
we speak
photo.
on the phone the other day?
Skeleton crew.
Who are you?
I've got 5 minutes left of my session. Shut up.
As much as I love social media, I hate it.
Who
Mhm.
How
doesn't?
many followers do you have?
Yeah.
Lincoln?
It's Felix, and I think 100.
100,000? Who did you have to blow to get all of those?
No. 100, period. Not 1,000, just 100.
I think the music playing in the background right now is the only original music aside from the theme song that I did the entire
There's
season.
a bottle
Really?
in Argentina that goes around to
Everything
different
else was
locations. That gets more
selected,
likes than I do.
music selection. So
I mean, here's
Yeah.
the problem. It's just pictures of you with duck
Damn,
lips.
you're not
I
paying
mean,
attention.
You need to take pictures of other things, like you on locations, or are you doing things, or
I love that
show us
wall.
your personality. Let
That wall is
fans see
so
who you
great. We
are.
rented this great
I'm sorry, that was
space
probably way over my bounds. I didn't need to say anything. I'm so
off
rude,
of
but I'm
Pier
sorry.
Space,
He
and I
doesn't
loved
need
what it
hearts
looked like.
on
But
a
we
string
showed
to
up,
know that he's
and they had
loved.
really interesting
None of
art,
us do.
and we were like, well, I guess we got to work
So
with
the
it.
first time that me and Ems met,
It
we
worked.
were working on this direct-home video movie. It was called The Pangborn, which is basically like The Parent Trap, but with Emmy. So she wrapped 4 hours.
Isn't
before I
it?
did. I like some pickup shots to do or whatever. I come out, I'm all done.
Stuart, you look so cute in this look.
Like I felt.
I know, that's my
horrible.
follow-up
Mom just
picture.
like forgot about her.
And let's not forget
So,
that this was your
I
look
walked
last
over to
week.
her and offered her some money. I said, "Why don't you come to my place?
He didn't wear the hat.
Watch cartoons."
That's right.
and she
He has
did
the
it.
hair to replace the hat now.
That was it. We were best friends. Ever since then, every day.
This is the last thing Stuart filmed.
Come see Felix.
Before he grew his beard back.
Let me ask
This
you a
is one of the
question.
first things that we filmed.
This is the
That
very
was
first thing we
the
filmed.
first thing we filmed.
Probably birth. But then my mother's arms got tired, so.
Look, it's
You're
Ashley.
funny.
Look, Neo. Ow,
She's
ow,
so
Neo.
tense.
Don't beat me up.
Explains it. Did you know that
Just
when
watch the
someone
goddamn
holds
show.
you, it releases oxytocin in your brain, which naturally relaxes you and allows you to be able to deal with stress? Cuddling is nature's natural antidepressant. That's why I pay Mitchell to holistically hold me once a week.
Time's up.
And he takes all the romance out of it. It's in here somewhere, darling. Under a dick.
This is Josh's favorite moment.
Oh,
Oh, that smells good.
I hate that
Sit
so
by me,
much.
sit by me,
What
sit
choices
by
were
me.
made that day?
Look,
It looks like one of those
today's very important.
individual
Got a crucial audition.
sanitary napkin
And it
packets,
is
though.
imperative that everything goes. Do you understand?
He hands him a pad filled with money.
Excellent. Now Jasper should be here soon, but in the meantime, I need to freshen up. I look a mess. I'm so sorry you have to see me this way. I could use some tea.
Oh, me too.
Just make sure it's chai with a bit of heavy cream in it.
I'm not making you tea, Ems. If I do, everyone will think that I'm.
I love that your
personal
lips look like they have Botox in
Make sure the
them.
cup's warm.
Me too.
Oh my god, I had no idea that Emmy was British.
She's practicing for a new role.
Fillers, I think you
She
mean.
slips in and out of other
Botox
people
is to
all the
flatten
time.
things out.
Figuratively
And literally. I've got to get going. I have a high-profile client waiting to do a session with me.
I'm gonna drop something at that moment.
Maybe.
Well, why has no one ever thought to do a documentary series about you?
I was actually hoping that you could help me out with that. I want my own show. See, Emmy didn't even want to do this show. I was the one that convinced her to do it. See, I figure I could be a series regular, the audience will fall in love with my bit.
Oh, when does that start?
You're funny.
It's to watch.
I have a feeling that you and I are going to get along very well. You and me, we're on the same team. I'm the glue that holds Emmy together. So without me, she's just kind of like a fart in the wind.
I love that line so much.
I really love
Fart
that
in the
documentary
wind.
series you did about Emmy's grandmother's sex life.
Oh my way. It's a student film I made about Emmy's grandmother's pornographic production company. I thought, oh my goodness, this is it. This is my ticket to stardom.
Oh God.
Yes.
What do you want?
I just want to show the world the real Emmy Hart. I mean, I'm a huge fan of hers, and I think she's always gotten the short end of the stick. She's been through so much, and it's not fair.
So you don't want to become famous?
Well, I just don't want to be a hostess at a restaurant anymore.
Host.
What?
Men are hosts. Women are hostesses.
See, that's what I thought. But then my manager, Chathathan, he just keeps calling me a hostess.
Chathathan?
I went with it because I thought that was right, but I got.
Why didn't you speak up?
Well, I tried. Trust me, I try. I really try. I'm bad at that.
Felix, you want to grow a backbone and become famous. That's what you want.
Not really.
I see you. Fame is intoxicating, but you take one step off and everybody hates you.
Is that what you think happened to you?
Oh no! Heads up, Emmy Hart. Award-winning actress gets a mouthful.
That's Nakia's voice.
2002 was the day my life
Oh no!
changed.
Oh, I never should have invited you on stage that day. All he does is complain about it.
Emmy, you look fabulous.
This whole thing.
I've got to go.
I'll call you after my audition. I love you.
Do you? It's like I don't even know anymore.
Felix, come to me. I'm so happy to meet you.
I still want my
It's
own
an
show.
honor.
I'm so
You're
sorry about the
so good in
accident
this,
earlier. Would
Stuart.
you have a seat with me?
Sure.
How do I feel about making this documentary? Well, I'm grateful. I'm
Grateful
that
to
you
take
care,
these clothes off
and I want to share myself.
and just go crazy, you know? Just
Why? Because it's important for people to know you and really know you and to get inside you and to feel you.
Oh my
To
God.
just be there with you. Why? Because what did she do whenever I won an Oscar? What'd she do? She wrote a fucking book about me.
Emmy, you have a screen test in 2 hours.
You know, it's not my fault that she has a rare singing condition. It's not my fault.
good. Very good. Good.
It was good.
Good.
It,
Good.
it
Good.
was absolutely good. And we will
Good.
be
You
back
good?
right after these messages.
Oh, hey. How was the flight?
It was great. Thanks for meeting me at the airport.
Uh-oh. Sir, you look stressed. Would you like a relaxing massage and blowjob?
Yes.
It's like a house of cards, and if I blow the wrong way, it's all just gonna come crashing down.
I'm worried about me and Anthony, Pop.
What's that for?
We're living together. We love each other, but we're just not a team anymore.
I get it. Adulting is really, 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 really hard.
I've decided I know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life.
So you've heard the story about my killer day.
Heard it? I live for it. I live my life. And I don't think that you could say that about yourself.
I am tired of giving you sage advice only to have you rebuke me.
Last night we played Hide the Rattle and I still haven't found it.
Oh, this is a gay bar.
I'm sad. Spelled CHJD, the H is silent.
Why? I mean, hi.
All of you are idiots. Except you. I'll leave you all to figure out who I mean.
I wouldn't lie to him. And I don't see any reason to hide the truth from my friends, family, and loved ones.
I know the owners. Almost arrested most of them at some point. They're a great bunch.
That way of life gets old. That way of life? Or just you?
I guess it's good that I have such a great sense of self-confidence.
I'm looking for a real bear god.
Who changed the light bulb in the sex spot? It's way too bright in there.
Don't you remember the good old days of playing male prostitute in the backyard with your buddies?
It's only prostitute now. Gender's dead.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? We had so much fun watching that episode Saturday night. And the folks who are subscribed to the Patreon can watch it right now. You can watch it right now. It only costs $3 a month to get into the Crewniverse. We would love for you to join us over there. It makes such a big difference. You have no idea. Patreon.com/SideKick Productions. You get to stream the episode an entire week before the rest of the world. So in the process, you're helping us and getting tons of behind the scenes stuff and lots of goodies, giveaways and things. So please, if you can and you don't mind, head over to patreon.com/SideKick Productions. We are doing the Sidekick Power Hour. This is episode 59. My name is Nakia. This is Joshua R. Pangborn, and these are our friends Ashley Monique Menard and Stuart Kiczek. We do this every Monday night.
Hi.
And we've been doing it every Monday night. This is our 59th episode. And we're so happy that we have been through Skeleton Crew. We've been through Demon Doctor, and now we have moved into The Art of Blowing It, the third show from the Sidekick Productions universe, or Crewniverse as we like to call it. This one created by Ashley Monique Menard. Ashley, I forgot just how much you're able to get into each episode. They're fairly short episodes, but they provide so much fun and a lot of exposition really quickly. I think you did such a great job with it. I wanted to ask you, where did the idea for the show come from?
I wanted to do a show about an actress a few years ago, and Josh was like, shows about actresses don't really like, that being like the premise, shows about showbiz don't really like, you got to have like a shtick for it. And I was like, and I remember him saying that, and then I just kind of let it marinate in my head. And then I thought, well, what if she's not just an actress? Like, what if she's been known before? Like, what if she was a former child star, and so people know who she is? Because I know I've always been fascinated by child stars ever since I was a kid. I wanted to be a child star so bad. I was heartbroken that I couldn't be on Barney. I didn't understand why all of that did not want me. I just didn't. I didn't get it. And so having the opportunity to be able to write something, I wanted to take some of my favorite things and put that in there. So I wanted to write about acting and like what it's like to be an actor, but it's funnier if you do it from someone who's fallen from grace and is trying to kind of get back in. So hopefully that's a short enough answer.
Yeah, I think that was great. And, you know, the other great thing about this is you get to write characters for all of your friends.
Yeah.
And of course, one of those being Felix, the character that Josh plays, which is interesting because from the, you know, you really can look at the show it's a show about Emmy, but you can also look at it that it's a show about Felix, you know, kind of living in Emmy's world. You know?
And that's really kind of what it is, because we thought about it, and like, you know, I was lucky enough that during my journey of creating the show and writing it and the many drafts that happened before what you see, Josh really worked with me in terms of like, I would write stuff. He would give me great feedback or bad feedback, depending on like what it was, very specific feedback. And I wanted to make it interesting. So we realized pretty early on that it needed to be like a fish out of water in a way. And so Felix was going to be the fish out of water, learning from someone. And then, we see his journey. So just as much as it's about Emmy, it definitely is. And it's funny, I was writing something today. I was writing something about a log line, and I was like, this is a good one. Felix Ziegfeld spent all his money to create a documentary about 90s former child star Emmy Hart. Felix gets sucked into her world and sex tape and quickly learns that fame doesn't suck, it blows. So, but even from that, when I was as a writer, because I'm currently writing season 2, and we've been lucky enough to be in a bunch of festivals, and they need a bunch of information and stuff, and so I'm obsessing about the show constantly, thinking about season 2 or stuff on this season. And I was just writing this, and I thought, because I started it with Emmy, and then I was like, no, it goes back, because even as we see in episode 1, we see Felix first. We follow Felix for his journey, which is also super fun for me, because then I'm able to really have Emmy be like that crazy character that can be a little bit more, all over the place. It's playing.
Sure. Emmy is the tornado.
Straight.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
Josh doing such a great job playing straight, but then also not in sexuality, but Josh also doing a great job of playing like the straight man, like Eric McCormick in Will and Grace, but also has these zany moments like Eric McCormick and Will and Grace. So yeah.
Okay, great. And Josh, tell us what it was like for you to become Felix and play Felix.
So different, because I wasn't responsible for every other aspect of the show at the same time. It was a really wonderful gift that Ashley gave to me to bring me on as Felix and to allow me to play in this world. Felix, I get to spend so much more time focusing on Felix and acting as Felix, because that's my main job on the show, and that's such a wonderful opportunity. I was very conscious about wanting to make Felix different than Anthony, because I was worried about that. So I gave him some physical tics that I didn't have as Anthony. I gave him some different ways of just walking and acting and talking, without being because as Ashley said, Felix is the straight man in the world, so he can't be too out there and crazy and all that. But it's been really fun. Felix's journey was a lot of fun to see grow, because we were able to develop it as a little bit as the show went on too, and as we looked at rewrites and all, we got a chance to say, well, this is great, let's explore that more, and Ashley let us do that. So Felix is such a fun character to play, and I went from him to Derek, so it was like, oh, they're two very, very different people. So
that's right. Yeah, that's great. And then of course Emmy's best friend, played by Stuart Kiczek. Stuart Mitchell, I don't know, it might be, the first time that I really watched the whole show all the way through. I thought, man, this is the perfect character for you. You do such a good job with Mitchell. And you provide to me some of the funniest parts of the show, are like that part where you come in and you do the twist. It's so much fun. Spoiler alert, Stuart's really funny in this show. But tell me what it was like for you to shift gears and become Mitchell. And I don't even know if I remember what Mitchell's last name is.
Mitchell Robbins.
Robbins, right. Yeah. Robbins or Robin?
With an S.
Okay,
Robbins.
gotcha. Mitchell Robbins.
Right. For me, just like Josh had said, this was a big gift from Ashley to me. And basically, she gave me carte blanche as far as what to do with it. And I know that she had, some things in mind, but she was very open to the collaborative effort of coming up with, me having suggestions or saying, I hear it this way, I think of it this way. and she just was very receptive to, this is what I want to do, this is what you want to do. Now, how do we creatively come together and do something, and especially something so drastically different than what we had been doing. I just loved the opportunity to play in this outlandish, ridiculous space where kind of anything goes. And for the most part, for me, Angie, and even to some extent Barth, you know, are kind of these characters that play it pretty cool, and they're very, you know, nonchalant and not as outrageous as, say, maybe I am more in real life. And so Ashley just literally gave me this ticket to the amusement park, and I just got to play around all day, and it was amazing.
Well, you do such a great job playing in that playground. Ashley, I know that the other thing that that's different about the show is that you brought in some other folks to help you film it, and we're gonna revisit. We obviously have had Jose and Ibai on SideKick Power Hour before, but we're going to revisit with them and bring them in later on this season, or this section of our how do we even break this up? Is this a season? It's kind of a season, maybe. Yeah.
It's a codec.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a quadrant of a codec.
So somebody's been spending too much time with Derek. But I think that part, is very interesting because obviously the show looks different. It's shot in a very different style than any of the other SideKick shows. And I think it really sets it apart. I think that the other thing that I love about the show is that it kind of has this like, it looks like it was already on MTV or VH1 to me, and especially because of the fact that very early on I realized that what would serve this show better would not be my quirky original music that works great for Skeleton Crew, or my sci-fi electronica that works great for Demon Doctor, but it actually needed like modern music to make like full band production, which takes a lot more time for one person to pull off. Totally. And so that's why I began instead to kind of shifting my gears from composing music to working as a music supervisor and actually going through track after track after track and being like, does this fit? Does this fit? Does this fit? And it really brought the show to this different level. I thought that it kind of helped to kind of push it into that kind of like, oh, this could be on VH1. Like, you would be watching this, you couldn't tell the difference, I love that about the show. And I really love your confessionals in the show. I think that you did a really great job with that concept, and it works really, really well. So with that said, folks at home, let us know what you think of the show. This is episode 1. We're going to be streaming The Art of Blowing It all of this season of SideKick Power Hour. You can stream season 1 in its entirety right now over at theartofblowingittheseries.com. theartofblowingittheseries.com. That'll take you right to the playlist. And don't forget, one of the easiest things you can do to support any of the SideKick creations is by just sharing it on your Facebook or Twitter feeds or Instagram. If you see something that you like and you love, let your friends know about it, and hopefully they'll watch it. And that's the best thing that could happen for any of us, really, is you telling your friends and family about the stuff that we create.
Watching it in itself is a contribution.
That is true. That is true. And speaking of contributions, one of the things that we have done, or the way the show has been done up until tonight, has been that basically Josh plans everything, and then we meet up and we go through it, and then we run it, and that's it. We do it live. This time though, we wanted to do something different, and so since we're watching The Art of Blowing It, we thought, well, we'll give the reins to Ashley for her to come up with the questions, the guests, any of the extra stuff that we want to show that's not related to other SideKick news. And she already out of the bag has come up with something fun for us to do tonight. And it involves, it's kind of like pin the tail on the donkey, but we're going to have Stuart put his hands up against the wall. We've brought in a special dancer from downtown in Times Square who's going to go to Stuart's apartment. No, I'm just kidding.
Is that who that guy is? He's standing on my stoop for the past hour.
You should let him in.
He's just
Surprised you
standing
haven't
there.
called the cops.
I just went right by him. He looked weird. But anywho, let's move on.
Ashley has devised a trivia game for us to play. Ashley, tell us a little bit about this.
So I love child stars. I'm fascinated by the fact that they get to learn lines at a young age and just do a job. Like all the way around. So if you have a favorite former child star, be sure to put that in the comments. In the meantime, we are going to play a game. This is what's going to happen. We have 3 contestants. We've got The Voice's Nakia. Woo! We've got MTV's Stuart.
Sure, yeah, that's me.
We've got SideKick Productions, Joshua.
Hey,
All
y'all.
Right. So we've
Why
got
don't you
3.
have glitter? Josh, you should have glitter bombs on your hands at all times.
I should. Oh my god. But then I'd be Jubilee, basically, so.
Where's our special effect for that?
I got that. Hang on one second. One second.
Do the Pop-Tart one.
Okay, Josh, on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, just sort of.
I like how it blew up at the end.
Look, A for effort.
All right. So what we're going to do, if we'll put us back, all 4 of us, I'd like to tell everyone what we're doing. I'm going to ask 10 questions, okay? The top 2 people who perform the best from those 10 questions move on to the next round.
Ooh.
Okay?
But how are we answering the questions?
So what you're going to do is you're going to get my attention first. So we're going to have something like, I think we don't have buzzers or anything. I think we're going to have to get a little creative. And I think what we should do is we should like put our hand or something and do like that. We should do some sort of like snap. So or clap. So whoever I notice does it first, I'm going to say their name and then they can answer. Okay.
Okay.
So don't shout the answer out. Just get my attention first, okay?
Okay.
All right. This is like game show 101, right? This should be on the Game Show Network. This is so skillfully crafted. Are you guys ready?
Crewniverse #SideKick Power Hour.
All right, so let's get this
going.
going.
Make sure my buzzer's working.
Let's test our buzzers.
Oh.
Sensational. All righty, so first question.
I'm too tender for this.
Okay, first question.
First question is, some child stars may have done quite well in adult life. Which former child star began his journey fishing in Mayberry? Nakia.
Ron Howard.
That is right. Nakia gets 100 points.
Okay, damn. All right, let's see.
Alrighty, now this is an extra bonus question on the same question.
For Nakia.
For Nakia.
Okay.
Name his character.
Opie. Taylor.
Very good. Extra 50 points.
Extra 50 points. All right.
Yes. Okay. Question number 2. Josh is questioning. Just trust. Okay. Question number 2.
Wait, did you guys know that answer?
Yes.
Okay.
I did not.
Stuart, you can't look these up.
No, I'm not. I swear.
Okay. Question 2. Which Brady Bunch siblings had a thing going on? Stuart.
Mike. No. Sorry. The
10,
oldest one
9,
and the 2 oldest ones.
Okay. Can you name anything about them?
Marsha.
Uh-huh.
And
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. All right. The other two, go. Josh.
Oh,
Marsha and Greg.
Excellent. And Josh gets 100 points. Josh, can you name the actors' names?
No.
Okay. Give Josh 100 points. The correct answers are Maureen McCormick and Barry Williams. Okay. So the third question. Which child actor gained fame as the con artist / middle child on Partridge Family? Nakia.
Sean Cassidy. That was so close. Said the wrong
Josh?
Cassidy brother.
Danny Bonaducci.
100 points for Josh. That is correct. Okay, next question. Child star Gary Coleman was
Wait,
known
for all of us or for just Josh?
All of us.
Oh, next question for all of us. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Next question for all of us.
All
Child star Gary Coleman had which famous catchphrase? Nakia.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And question number 5 for everyone. Christina Applegate made her breakthrough on which sitcom? Oh, Nakia.
Not fair. He stopped before the question was over.
He got it. What did you say?
Married with Children.
And what was her name on that show?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, you got 100 points.
Okay.
All right. Number 6.
Stuart, you're killing it.
Drew Barrymore gained fame in which immensely popular movie? Joshua.
E.T.
Excellent. 100 points for Joshua. Name her character's name.
Billy.
No.
All right. That's 100 points. The character's name was Gertie. All right. Number 7. Which child star was famous for starring in 2 Home Alone movies? Nakia.
No.
Macaulay
I had it
Culkin.
first.
Did you?
Go.
Stu, did you have it first? Joshua?
No, he got it. Go for it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you said Macaulay Culkin.
I did.
What was his name in the show?
Movie.
In the movie?
Movie.
Oh, God. I don't remember.
You should boot it off of this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's 100 points for Nakia. You do not get the extra 50 points. It was Kevin McAllister.
Kevin, yeah.
Kevin. All right. So number 8. Which child star was famous for her many I can't talk, you guys. Famous for her many tomboyish roles.
From the creators of Grownish comes Famish.
Wouldn't be surprised. Many tomboyish roles in the 1970s. Which? Okay.
Jodie
Nakia.
Foster.
Very good. All right. So number 9. Which actress won an Oscar for her role in The Piano? Stuart.
Anna Paquin.
Awesome. What was her character's name?
Do not know.
I don't either. That's 100 points for Stuart.
I lost Grace.
You're on the board, Stuart.
You're on the board, baby. All right. So this one is for an additional 1,000 points.
Oh, God.
Okay. Which former child actor filmed a video in 2014 with his band, The Pizza Underground? Stuart.
Macaulay Culkin.
Nice job, Stuart. All right. So
I think I just won this, bitch.
Let's see that scoreboard.
No, that's not how it works.
So what we're going to do.
I've been eliminated.
Originally, we were going to eliminate Josh, but because I make the rules, we'll keep him in. I'm going to ask 5 more questions.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. 5 more questions. Josh, you can pull this off.
Who played the role of Andy Hart in the famous film series in the 1930s? Think child star. And Andy Hardy. I'm sorry. Andy Hardy in the 1930s. Think most famous child star in the 1930s. Josh.
Shirley Temple?
No. Andy.
Andy
Nakia.
Rooney.
What did you say? Who said it first?
He did.
No.
You didn't clap. The
No,
answer is Mickey Rooney.
It was the cat.
Put the cat on the board. Cat gets 100 points.
Get over here, Neo. Get in.
Okay, next question. Who was the youngest Cosby kid? Nakia.
Rudy.
Yes. That is 100 points for Nakia. What was the actress's name who played her?
Good luck with that.
Hang on. Nope.
Keisha Knight Pullman. Okay. So number 14. Before they were on The Big Bang Theory, this former child star was on which show? This is 2 points. Josh.
Blossom Mayim Bialik.
Awesome. That's 200 points for Josh. I make the rules, folks. Okay. And before he was on How I Met Your Mother, what show was he on for 200? Josh.
Doogie Howser, MD. Neil Patrick Harris.
Very good. All right, guys. All right. Where are we at? Okay. Oh, it's a close game.
Is it?
It is a very close game because we're going to go in to the lightning round.
I thought this was the lightning round.
No, this is the extra bonus question to decide who wins.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Are you guys ready? Let's actually
Yes.
do a little music real quick. We're going to do a Jeopardy music song, okay? Do, do, do. Everybody sing together. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Boop, ba-dum, bum, bam, ba-ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a photo of a former child star.
Okay.
You need to
here we
tell
go.
me his name and what he was from.
Okay, here we go.
All right, I'm going to share my screen with you.
How are you going to see who claps first?
I'm going to try
You can still see the screen.
to figure it out. Nakia.
No, I think that was Josh. It was Josh.
That was me.
It was Stuart. It was
Stuart.
Sorry.
Home Alone.
Excellent. You got the first part.
Okay.
What is the actor's name?
Shit, I really should know that.
Of
There you
course,
go.
Stuart knows this question.
Shut your shish. I don't know his name.
What was his character's name? Josh, if you know his character's name, you could steal it from him.
Are we asking the actor's name or the character's
I asked
name?
the actor's name, but if you don't know the actor's name, I will settle for the character's name.
Well,
I don't know
actor's
either.
Real first name is Kevin.
Bud.
Buzz. McKenna.
Buzzes.
Damn it, I was
said-
so close.
I almost said Biff was his. Yeah.
You guys, blah, 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 blah.
This is Devin Rattray in my husband's 1971 thing. Or 74 thing.
That is so cool. I love it.
What a coinky dink.
It's from a movie called The Two Bobs that I auditioned for, and they gave the role to Devin Rattray.
Oh,
No
I'm
wonder
sorry.
you know him.
I hit a spot, apparently.
No, I thought it was awesome because he's adorable. So let me look at him.
So cute.
So
cute.
So cute.
I follow him on Instagram. I'm a big fan.
Well, then
All
I
right.
guess
So
who won
let's
then,
look at
Ashley?
that. Well, let's look at that scoreboard.
Okay, how many points did Stuart get?
I don't know, baby. Show me that scoreboard.
No, I'm asking, how many did you give him for that last thing?
Oh, that last one, he called Home Alone. So Stuart gets 1,000 points.
Okay,
Josh is like, I'm questionable about these points.
So Josh 700, me 650, Stuart 2100, Cat 100.
Alrighty, guys, and the winner is the cat.
Neo, get the fuck over here. Neo, get your prize.
The power of grass compels you.
What did you think? Was that fun?
That was so much fun.
Okay, cool.
We got some rigor mortis over there.
Let's take a second while we're before we go to the audience questions. I believe we have some SideKick Power Hour news.
We do. Something else that came out this weekend was a very, very exciting interview with Stuart Kiczek, Joshua R. Pangborn, and the wonderful team from Bears in Excess. I know. I said it. I said my name, and I mean Stuart mostly talks in it.
Stu's chatty.
So if you want to stream this wonderful, wonderful interview and learn a lot about season 5, go to youtube.com/bearsinexcess, and you too can watch this very exciting interview. It was really a lot of fun. They're such lovely people. They're from Canada, and they live in Canada, and they're just so nice and so kind and so friendly and so much fun to talk to, and they really make it easy to share all the information about Skeleton Crew Season 5. And then a couple months ago, I think at this point, Ashley, Mark, and I met with the host of the British Web Awards to talk about Demon Doctor and all the wonderful fun that we had making Demon Doctor Season 1. So if you want to stream that, you can go, you have to search for their YouTube channel, British Web Awards, because they don't have the same they don't have a personalized address yet. They will eventually.
Maybe eventually.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Great.
And somebody even watched the interview. Thank you, Blatcher Bear. It was a lot of fun to do that. And Lisa loved the British Web Awards interview. So thank you for watching that, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Tyrone King, we love you. And folks at home, don't forget that if you're in the Austin area, the drop-in is happening every Thursday night at the Long Center. Yours truly will be playing one of these sometime between now and September 9th, but I'm not allowed to say when. So please keep it tuned to the Long Center socials so you can find out when that's happening. And then I also want to remind folks that you can go over to the YouTubes and see my animated lyric video for It's Never Too Late. And then I wanted Josh to pull up this week's question. Who is your favorite child star? And let's start with Stuart. Who was your favorite child star?
Mine's a little obscure. It's Aaron Schwartz. Anybody remember Aaron Schwartz?
Not by that name.
Back in the early 90s, Disney circuit, you might remember in Mighty Ducks, the kind of chunky kid that hung out with Goldberg, and then the main guy from Heavyweights.
Wait, the one who has the heroin addict?
No, not that one. The other one. The main star of Heavyweights.
Oh, okay.
Right. So basically, around that time, I wanted, much like Ashley, I wanted to be a child star. It didn't work out that way. But I remember at a certain point in my childhood, they were like, that age bracket was like a couple years older than me. There you go. Aaron Schwartz. Anyway, it was an inspiration to see him in Mighty Ducks and Heavyweights and all these movies to be like, oh, there's a kid that looks like me that I can identify with that makes me feel like included in these movies by him being there. And so, that's, I kind of looked up to him for a little while.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. Favorite child star, Keisha and I Pulliam. That's funny. That's great. Good for
I
you.
love
Lee.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
That's. I mean, you can't. Two of the best.
Really
For
good.
sure. Corey Feldman. I had the biggest crush on Corey Haim as a child. Yeah.
The two of them.
We all wanted to be Goonies as a kid.
What about you, Ashley? Who was your favorite child star?
It's a hard one for me because I have to, Drew Barrymore and Macaulay Culkin.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't choose between the two. They're my two.
Any other from the audience?
Mickey Rooney.
Good one.
We had another Mickey Rooney.
He was such a star. Him and that little Judy Garland. Oh, Anthony Goodwine.
Anthony's, and I know Anthony's really enjoying the new Punky Brewster. I think he said so.
Oh yeah, nice.
Okay.
Oh, there is somebody's asking about Aaron Stewart. Did he star in Angus?
No, that was not the same guy.
No, that's my favorite child star,
Charlie
Talbert. Talbert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Leif Garrett. That's a good one.
Yeah, Charlie Talbert was
Lisa. Lisa was gonna say Drew. Oh, Carl. Very
darn
good
one, Carl. Darn good one.
Love
That's
Lisa.
Charlie Talbert.
Preachy.
Yes.
Hollywood.
I remember
does.
Angus very well. Don't worry.
I agree, Jason.
We're gonna change that. That's why we're making these shows, Jason.
They just have us.
Exactly.
And Shrek.
And that's it.
All right. Well, we've had a great time this week. We do this every Monday night, SideKick Power Hour, right here at the SideKick Productions, YouTube, Facebook, all of that good stuff. We're so lucky that we get to do it with Ashley Monique Menard, who is my favorite child star, and Stuart Kiczek, who is my favorite child star. And then, of course, my co-host, Joshua R. Pangborn. We are right now watching The Art of Blowing It Season 5. I'm just kidding. The Art of Blowing It Season 1.
I can't wait till Season 5. That's just gonna be lit.
At that point, Skeleton Crew will be at like the Season 10.
Oh my God.
But
no, at this rate, it'll be at Season 27 by the time I get to 5.
We do want to take a minute again to thank everybody who came out Saturday night to our event. All of the folks who were there, all of the folks who sent really sweet notes, all of the folks, of course, who work at Rock Bar. We had such a good time, and a big shout out to Patrick from Rock Bar, who just made it all so simple and easy to make it all happen. Thanks again for tuning in this week. We will be back next week with another episode of The Art of Blowing It. It'll be episode 2, and another game or something created by Ashley Monique Menard. And we'll have our first The Art of Blowing It guest joining us, and we'll find out more about that. Don't forget that you can get all of this and more over at the Patreon. So head over there and join us at the Crooniverse. That is patreon.com/SideKick Productions. If you're tweeting about us or Instagramming us or whatever, hashtag Crooniverse, hashtag SideKick Power Hour. Thank you so much. We are so grateful for your support and for you watching. Don't forget to do what, folks?
Subscribe and join Patreon.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And share.
Hashtag we love you.
And share. That's right. All right, great.
And move in with me. The whole line. No?
The power of craft compels you.
All things from the SideKick Productions universe. And I thought I was going to forget all my lines. Because it's a body positive show.
I read for the role of Hunter, and
and that's the tea.